guys, it's Appleminte. Welcome back again to my channel. So in today's video, I'm doing something that I thought I would never ever do. If you know me, you know that I have said in the past that I absolutely hate oil paints. They are my nemesis art supplies. But a few months ago, a company called Evolve reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in taking some of their oil painting course and doing a video about it. And I was super skeptical at first because, like I said, I hate this art supply, but I decided to give it a shot because I figured I don't really have anything to lose, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And let me just say that I do not regret that for a single second, but I will get into that. So what is the Evolve Artist Program? Basically, they have a curriculum, a series of courses in oil painting, and they take you from the very, very basics all the way to more advanced topics. So anybody from any skill level can take these courses. You can be somebody who has never painted a day in your life and never touched an art supply before, or you can be someone like me who's done a lot of art in their days but wants to learn more or improve their skills. They believe that technical proficiency is the basis of all skillfully produced art, meaning that as long as you have a solid foundation of the basics, you can take that and you can learn to do anything. And I really like that message. I am a strong believer in that. I think that as long as you have the will to learn and you're interested in this, anybody can become a great oil painter or, artist in general. So Evolve sent over a giant box of art supplies, and I've been told that these are going to be all the materials that I will need for the first part of the course that involves grays. So I've not seen any of this, and I'm looking forward to going through the box.
So I'm gonna go for the box first, because I am curious. Okay, I'm gonna stop throwing things. So in this box, we have the 4 paint colors that they've included. I have read that these are custom made, and they are the 4 shades of gray, if I could be a professional and get it out of here. We've got extreme light, moderate shadow, and extreme shadow. But yeah, these are gonna be used in the course, and they're very full bottles, so. Next thing in here is a set of 9 different brushes. These are all called filbert brushes, and they've given us a bunch of different sizes in here, so, gonna pretend that didn't fall out the bottom. We also have an ice cold bottle, because it was in my garage for a week, of linseed oil. Can be used with an eyedropper. The next thing that they have included here is some clove oil, and I hadn't heard of this until I read a little bit about the materials and what this actually does, and this lengthens the drying time significantly, so it allows you to be able to do wet into wet painting over several days. I love crinkle noises. The next thing in here is a palette knife, another tool which I've never used before. This is used to mix paints on your palette. I wanted to tell you what this is. I don't see it under the list of materials. I might be really dumb and completely missing it. And then I've got my course materials in here, my steps and different things. Some of the exercises are in here. I'm not gonna go over that right now. But we've also got some reference images that they've included. Yes, these are the reference images. They've also included a set of 40 sheets of gray-toned palette paper, and this is going to be for me to be able to mix the paint on. And these are all disposable sheets, so I can just keep using them until they run out, and I like that a lot. And then we have transfer paper, which is something I've never used before. Now, I've transferred images to other pieces of paper or other canvases before, and I've done it the manual way. This avoids all that, and it kind of takes out one of those unnecessary steps. And the last thing we have in here is really hard to take out. I'll grab one. We have 3 sets, 10 sheets each, of canvas pad. This is the paper we're actually going to be painting on, and it has the texture of a art canvas. Okay, sorry, I have to do it again. It's just, I'm sorry if that's really loud. It's just, this is the good bubble wrap. This is the big bubble wrap. All right, the video's not about bubble wrap. Moving on.
So as recommended by the course, I purchased an easel. This one can be both tabletop and a standing floor easel. It converts, so I'm feeling pretty fancy about that. And what I'm doing first is I'm taping some palette paper down onto very hard, thick cardboard that I have, and that's just to keep it from curling up and flopping around and to kind of make it feel more like a solid palette. And I'm just taping it down with some painter's tape. All of the things that you're going to see me doing in this video are things that I was told to do or taught to do by the course. And you might see that I have an earbud in every now and then when I lean into the camera. And I'm sorry, I apologize for my dog pants, but I didn't realize they were in this shot, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, everything, yeah, like I said, everything I'm doing here, I am listening to the course. It's on my laptop just out of frame, but they are teaching me everything that I need to be doing in order to keep, right now, a very organized palette, and that's what you see all the lines there for. They've also told me the mixtures, so for each 4 centimeters-ish of paint that I have, for the darks they want me to put 4 drops of linseed oil in, and then for the lights to put 5. And so that is what I'm doing here, just to mix everything together properly and get the right consistency of the paint. And honestly, a little bit of all of these products goes a very long way. And it is surprising to me, or it was surprising to me, how little paint I needed to actually do anything on my painting. Especially adding in some of the oil, it makes everything very buttery and smooth. So yeah, as you can see, I'm watching the course on the side and everything is super organized, which I really like. The instructor goes very slowly and he takes his time teaching you the correct way to do things, and I really appreciated that about this course. Whereas a lot of tutorials that I've seen in the past, and I'm not calling this a tutorial, I'm just liking this to that because that's the closest thing to an art education I've ever had. But with any tutorial I've seen, all of them, or almost all of them, just tell you what needs to be done, but they don't necessarily tell you the proper way to do it, or they don't really enforce that. And that makes sense because those are just quick tutorials. However, this is a course, and so rather than going on a website where you could find a bunch of tutorials for something, this is a set amount of courses that is all taught by a very experienced instructor. And he takes his time in teaching you the correct way to do things so that you don't have a snowball effect of, you make a mistake early on and then later it becomes much harder to fix and kind of wastes a bunch of your time or ruins your painting potentially. So he really drilled it into me that I really cannot take shortcuts, because I'm the type of person that will honestly try to get away with little shortcuts and things like that. And this definitely broke me out of a lot of that because I had to pay a lot more attention to some of these small details that I didn't even realize would have been a mistake if I had done it my way. But in taking a course like this, doing it my way is kind of defeats the purpose, because if I wanted to do it my way, or what I thought should be the way to do it, then I wouldn't be taking a course and hearing somebody else's perspective on it. So, right, that would kind of defeat the purpose. So you see me painting these cubes. This is actually a clip of me painting from part 3, I believe it was. And it's the first actual painting that you do. I left out the clips of me doing some of the intro work, which is learning to do different squares, like filling things in properly and how to do gradients. But all those skills that I learned come together in these paintings that you'll see me doing as I speak. So like I said, I like this to a college course. It's way less similar to taking random tutorials off the internet and much more comparable to art courses. And if you go on their website, I don't want you to be afraid of the price. It's definitely not something that, if you want to just learn like a tip here and there, this might not be for you. If you're somebody who really wants to further your art skills and learn a new skill from scratch, then I would definitely, I can't recommend this enough, honestly. Like I said in the beginning of the video, before this, absolutely hated oil painting. I always said that I would never do it because I tried it once and I was like, this isn't for me. And even when it comes to acrylic painting, I'm not good at it. Like, I just never really got an understanding of painting properly. And I was okay with that because I was like, you know, markers are my medium, digital is my medium, and that's fine. But I never ever thought I would see the day where I oil paint and actually like it. And now I have found myself saying that I love oil painting. Why didn't I learn this sooner? Why did I always say acrylic was better? And I'm not saying it's worse. I'm just saying, for me personally, if I have to compare the two, I really, really like oils. I just love how buttery they are and how smooth everything is. And with everything they included in the box, I used all of the materials in here and they give you quite a bit. I think one of my contacts told me that the oil paints that they provided in the box, the brand is Old Holland. And this brand is a super old brand that was used to make well-known paintings back in the day, like the girl with the pearl earring. That brand made the paints that made that, and they made the custom paints for Evolve for these courses as well. So these paints are very, very high quality, and maybe I am spoiled and getting a skewed experience of what oil painting should be like. I don't know, but I'm okay with it. Like I said, when you sign up for the course, they send you this giant box of supplies, and they told me that I can take more courses. They only asked me to do the first 4 parts for the video. They said if I would like to, I can continue on, and I think I'm definitely gonna take them up on that offer because I'm very interested in learning. I've never had this much fun painting before, and painting is a super relaxing thing to do as well. So I'm learning a new skill, but it's also very soothing. You just kind of zone in on what you're doing in the moment and focusing on doing it right. And so it's really easy to just forget about everything else and just focus in what you're doing. But like I said, I think the instructor is great. He's very, very good at explaining things and really great at making sure you're continuing to remember how to do things the right way. And I really appreciate that about this. And honestly, these paintings that I made, I was like, wow, I am a master. I know these are like super basic paintings, but I felt really good about myself. So yeah, the Evolve Artist Program, cannot recommend it enough. I'm going to have all of the links in my description box below for everything that you need to know about the course. They have a bunch of examples of students' work on their website. Many of them are high schoolers that literally learned how to do this from nothing. They just started in the course and they're painting masterpieces and they're still learning to do more great things. And I think that is a really cool thing that this program has, is that they can take you from complete beginner and you can become a really great artist, and you just have to want it. And that's really the case with most things. If you want to learn a skill, you can, as long as you have a good understanding of it and someone there to teach you. And this is great for that. So definitely check out the Evolve Artist Program. Like I said, I have all my links in the description below. You can check them out. I cannot recommend them enough. Thank you so much, Evolve, for reaching out to me. And I absolutely love the program, and I can't wait to continue on and learn more. So thank you guys all for watching this week's video. I know it was very different than normal, but I'm really excited about it, and I hope you are too. All my links are in the description box below as always. I have the link to my online store, my Patreon pin club, Instagram page, and Discord server, so check those all out. I will see you all next Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time as always, and I hope you have a wonderful, amazing weekend. Bye-bye.